Welcome to Whistler. We're 125 kilometres north of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. And we've got the women just about to go off behind me for the first stage of the day's racing. 5 stages today in this town that only has a permanent population of 10,000 but swells with over 2 million visitors a year. This place is buzzing. We've got the riders here starting in the middle of Whistler Village, and they will be travelling all over this mountain. And one thing this weekend marks is the opening of the Creekside lift. It was the first lift to access this mountain back in 1966, and now the Enduro World Series marks its opening for mountain biking. So what the riders will be able to experience today, if you came to Whistler, you could too.
Dirt was amazing the day after it rained, so just hoping the lattice and roots won't be too death-defying and we'll survive stage 1. I think they're going to be hard. Like, there's lots of little pinchy ups the whole time, so my heart rate was through the roof pretty much on every stage.
Fabian, you're right up there in the series at the moment, currently sat in 4th, aren't you? But, you know, still got that first win to get out of the bag this week, this year.
This year, yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be interesting to get win a race, and that's what we're all looking for. But I'm more focusing on the overall of the series, trying to stay solid and consistent.
Caught you getting a quiet moment here in the shade before it all starts today. How's your approach to this one day of racing?
Oh yeah, I love it actually. Just sort of thinking about the conditions, and you know, I'm probably dressed a little bit too warm for this first stage, but it's about 10 degrees difference on the top of the hill. So yeah, I think the top of the hill is going to be pretty cold for second stage. Need to be warm for that, and yeah, sort of planning for that.
Nico, we see you've got the lucky Canadian socks on, bought by your team manager. Seems like you also like this place. Second here last year.
Yeah, second year last year. Had so much fun last year. I'm going to be having a lot of fun this year again, I think.
And what would you say are the challenges of today? We have 5 rounds in one day here.
5 runs in one day. Every round is different. We have a very technical, more slow first stage. After that, more faster stage with high section, Alpine style.
Cam, we're used to seeing you flipping the massive jumps everywhere and all sorts of stuff like Rampage, but today, different challenge for you. What's going on?
Yeah, today we're doing the free ride stage race for the Enduro.
Yeah, it's a relay team you created, isn't it? So one of you doing the next stage, handing the baton on, and then next rider taking over. Who's on the team?
So Kyle's suffering up the hill right now, and he's on stage 1. Our dog's on stage 2, which is apparently the most brutal. I'm on stage 3. And then I pass it off to Watts, and then Watts passes off to Mikey Silvestri.
And how do you think you'll fare, man? Where do you think you'll be finishing?
Chris Ball and them have bets that we're not going to be top 50, so our goal is top 50.
Not easy straight away in the roots, slippery, some big holes, one crash. There is one big uphill with some roots and tough.
Not bad, but not good. I just clipped the tree at the start, like twist my handlebar, and then I had a little crash just on a traverse, on a route, and did put my bar straight back again, so that was a good point of the crash.
I want to say slow is fast in this kind of stage. You have to stay light like a cat and jump everywhere. I didn't see the time yet, but I heard talking about it, and it sounds good.
At the bottom of stage 1, and it sounds like Justin Leof's had a bit of a crash on track, injured and receiving medical attention, but apparently it's not too bad, a bit of a shoulder injury maybe. So that's him out of the race, this current series leader, so it's all to fight for at the top of the rankings. Women's Tracy Mosley's taken that one with Isabeau Calderias close behind, so Isabeau really coming on strong. And Josh Carson taking his first ever stage win here on the opening stage of Whistler. As Carlson and Lowe are battling at the top, the ever-present Nikolai is close behind. Annika Beerton, usually in the top 3, is just a little off the pace in 5th, still suffering from the nasty cut in her knee she sustained a week ago.
But you know, today's a long day and that's all to play for right now. This is the money stage right here. So nothing matters until we finish this stage.
Yeah, felt a bit rusty on that one to start with. Did not have the smoothest run that I was hoping for. Still struggled a bit with my knee and leg. Started cramping up at the end, but yeah, just try to push through today. I like the top part, top of the world, and the bottom is just very physical.
Josh Carlson is once again in first. Something is certainly lit up in this man's performance today. Richie Rude is another that is looking bang on form. Ravenel once again shows it's not only the absent and Caroline Chaussol that can battle it out with a two-time reigning champion Mosley.
I lost like almost 50 seconds on stage 2. It's just a tough day. Go all the way to the end, that's racing. Some days are better than others, and real racers, whatever happens, you never give up. Yeah. I won't.
I had a bit of a crash on stage 1, which was kind of unexpected, but rode pretty wild up there, which is cool.
Yeah, big smile, big smile. Yeah, well, the trails are amazing. The feeling is very good on the bike. So playful and so good to handle the bar on this kind of terrain.
Kyle's gonna start eating salads like the week before, so I started training.
Yeah, Kyle wants to see how to slow him.
Literally standing right
a week after that.
You're saying I'm standing next to him, and I'm definitely not doing that. It was pretty tough. Pretty tough. I felt like everybody was super weird about the climb, me climbing up there. I walked and I caught a bunch of people, and I'm like, shit, I got this.
The Freeride USA team have been clocking up reasonable times, but seeing firsthand how tough Enduro is as Cam Zink gets an 81st. Carlson is a little back in 8th as Lowe and Rude are developing as his main rivals today.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. It's more difficult than last year during the stage. Easier in liaison, but all the stage today are physical.
Yeah, it's been going pretty good. I'm actually really enjoying riding here in Wicklow. It's not too painful as usual, so yeah, I hope to smash the last stage. It's my favorite.
The new idea of the new tech zone, it's quite cool actually. The guys have to use their lifeline if they want to come in, their one lifeline.
Different tyre for the final stage. I kind of was risking a little bit with casing up until this point, but I kind of wanted grip over sidewall strength.
Like a very fast poncho, like all the air's going out. Just managed to ride the stage top to bottom without rear tire. Lose the race now, and that's it. That's racing.
Just having so much fun on the bike, feeling good. You know, like it's a good day. Yeah. I don't know my result yet and I don't want to know. Like top 5 is good for me, it's where I usually am, so I'm just like having fun and go on.
The self-effacing Isabeau Corduria puts it all together on stage 4 as we've always known she could. Fabien Borel takes a stage win as compatriot Nico Lowe drops out with that puncher. Another Frenchman, Borelli, who has been consistently strong all day, puts himself in with a real shout for the GC alongside teammate Josh Carlson.
The dirt's amazing right now. Like, it's just a good day to be on your bike. And so far it's been pretty good. Man, I just feel just relaxed and stoked. Like, I don't even care about the result. I'm just stoked to be riding well, and I just can't wait for the final stage. Like, everything about today, every stage has been rad, and so far the final stage is just going to top it off perfect.
Are you kidding me? This can't be happening. It's all over. It's all over.
With Carlson's disastrous puncture, the door is left wide open for Ruud, who needs no more of an excuse to dominate the final stage, putting nearly 12 seconds into his teammate Jared Graves. Tracy Mosley stamps her seal on the final stage ahead of her French challengers Ravenel and Rotorua. Most importantly, the Freeride USA relay team came in 88th. But back at the sharp end, Josh Carlson's puncture on the final stage was the cruelest of blows for a man who could have taken the win. Nico Lowe could have also been in with a chance if he hadn't suffered the same fate a stage earlier. Whilst all his rivals today fell by the wayside, Richie Ruud kept it strong all the way to take the win ahead of Borelli, who was ecstatic with his first podium. Even though they each claimed a stage win, Calduria and Ravenel were close, but Mosley triumphed once again. Amazing days racing here for you, Tracy. Heard it was one of the things you wanted to do was win this event.
Yeah, I guess it has played on my mind a little bit. It's always, I think it is one of the most kind of iconic races. It's one of the probably most technical of the Enduros, I think. Just the terrain's so unforgiving. To have finished racing and not have won this, I'd have been a little bit frustrated, but...
So still, it's been a tough battle today, as usual with Tracy.
Yeah, I start bad today. I lose a lot of time in stage 1, maybe 20 seconds, I don't know. And after, I fight all the day with Tracy, but it was not enough.
Being on the podium in Whistler was like a dream, like something I couldn't make it, and today I just rode like I could, and it pays off.
It's got to be feeling pretty good, man. You're the first person to win 2 this year.
Yeah, I don't know, it feels unreal. Just being here in Whistler, it's like, it was one of the events I always wanted to win, and to get the win is so special. And
it's just got to be building your confidence, knowing that you've got 2 in the bag and right up there in the series now.
Yeah, pretty good for Justin that he got hurt and everything, so probably pretty good in the overall too. And then last 2 rounds are a couple weeks away, and he got a big break, so train hard, maybe ride hard, and see how the last 2 go.
He was just riding incredible, No, I don't think anyone's ever won a round by that much before, so he was on another level today.
And yourself, riding well, coming 3rd, strong ride again?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that, to be honest. You want to win, like after winning the last 2 years here, but again, with the rain coming in, like dry dusty's my forte, not really the wet, slippy routes, and I'm super happy to be where I am right now, so yeah, it's good.
No, big congratulations, man. Your first podium, and what a place to do it in, Whistler.
Yeah, this is so cool. I just moved in Whistler last November, so now we can say that I'm a local.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really, really happy. My first podium so far. I did 2 top 5 last year, and that was amazing. And like being second year, it's just incredible. Just behind Richie and in front of Jared, this is even better.
Commiserations, Josh. Tough breaks day. You were leading out early on.
My mechanic Colin Bailey wrote "seize this moment" on my bars, and I was ready. Dropped in off the top thing there, and just went around that top corner on the inside, and must have hit one of those sharp little shaly rocks, and then all of a sudden I heard that psss, and I was like, no way. No way, this can't happen. This is the third Crankworx in a row that I've had a flat in the final stage.
Yeah. Just in, we're by the side of the finish arena and not the situation we want to see you in. Can you let us know what happened?
Yeah, man, I'm just gutted right now. I don't know, like first stage I felt really good for the weekend. I felt fast, I was fresh, and there's a little chute and a wooden bridge before the uphill. All of a sudden my bike was just gone from underneath me. Like I didn't even have a chance to get my arm out to put my hands out.
That accident for Leov on the first stage has scuppered his series lead as he drops to 6th. Ruud takes over the lead with his back-to-back wins, giving him some breathing room ahead of the consistent Florian Nicolai, who slips a few points with his worst result this season here in 11th. With her 4th win of the year, Tracy Mosley stretches her lead out to 290 points. With 400 points for a win, she hasn't wrapped it up yet, but it's going to be tough for Ravenel or Bearton to come back to her from here. It's all changed at the top of the team rankings. Despite Tracy Mosley's win, the Trek team have had a tough weekend. Losing Wildhaber to an injury in practice and Leov to 1 on the first stage, they have gone back a couple of places to 3rd. Canyon, who are the highest ranked team at this event, the 3rd time in 2015, take over the top spot. So as we go off to enjoy the Whistler celebrations, it's going to be a little break until we see you in Spain for the next round.